In the ancient Yoruba town of Aiyetoro, where the cock crowed before dawn and the village drummer knew everyone's business before they did, there lived two young men who were as different as rain and sunshine. One was called Akin. The other was Sadeeq. Whenever people mentioned Akin, they would shake their heads and laugh. That boy. If you ask him to count 10 goats, he will count the same goat twice. If intelligence were pepper, Akin's soup would still be tasteless. Children mocked him. Women laughed at him. Even goats refused to follow him because they believed he might get lost while leading them. Yet Akin had one strange habit. He planned everything. If he wanted to fetch water, he planned the route. If he wanted to climb a tree, he checked where to place his feet. If he wanted to visit another village, he asked questions, drew rough maps in the sand, packed food, water, rope, a knife, and even extra sandals. People laughed. See this foolish man. Planning to walk 2 kilometers as if he is traveling to heaven. Then there was Sadeeq. Oh, Sadeeq was brilliant. He could solve arguments before elders finished explaining them. He knew every proverb. He could calculate yam harvest faster than traders. He remembered every story he had ever heard. Whenever visitors came, they asked for Sadeeq. Whenever disputes arose, people called Sadeeq. Whenever children struggled with riddles, Sadeeq solved them before they finished asking. But there was one tiny problem. Sadeeq hated planning. He believed planning was for ordinary people. Geniuses don't plan, he would boast. We improvise. He loved saying, I'll figure it out. Those 4 words would soon become the most expensive sentence in his life. One dry season, the king announced. The neighboring kingdom needs fresh palm wine every market day. Anyone who supplied them would become wealthy. The entire village became excited. Sadeeq stood confidently. This is simple. People clapped. A genius is talking. Akin quietly walked home. He brought out old palm leaves. He started writing. How many calabashes? Who will tap the trees? Who will carry them? What if rain falls? What if one carrier becomes sick? How much rope is needed? Where will replacements come from? His mother looked at him. You've not even won the contract. Akin smiled. I know. But if I do, I don't want confusion. Meanwhile, Sadeeq spent the evening at the drinking spot. My intelligence will handle everything. Everyone cheered. The king awarded both men separate supply contracts. Market day arrived. Sadeeq woke up late. His tappers had gone to another farm. The calabashes were dirty. Half the palm wine spilled. The donkey carrying the load wandered into someone's cassava farm. The angry farmer seized the donkey. Sadeeq began shouting. Does nobody know who I am? The farmer replied. I know exactly who you are. You're the man destroying my cassava. The whole village burst into laughter. Meanwhile, Akin's palm wine arrived before sunrise. Every calabash was sealed. Every carrier knew his assignment. Extra ropes were packed. One backup donkey followed behind. When one carrier twisted his ankle, another immediately replaced him. The buyer smiled. This man may not speak like a scholar, but he walks like one. The king nodded. Interesting. Months later, heavy rains destroyed the bridge connecting 2 villages. The king announced another challenge. Whoever rebuilds this bridge shall become royal project supervisor. Everyone shouted. Sadeeq. He is the smartest. Sadeeq smiled proudly. No need for measurements. I understand engineering. He immediately gathered workers. Start digging. One worker asked. Master, Where exactly? Sadeeq replied. We'll know as we go. The workers exchanged worried looks. After 2 days, half the wood was too short. The support poles didn't align. The ropes were insufficient. Nobody knew where the bridge should begin. Workers argued. Carpenters blamed laborers. Laborers blamed rope makers. The rope makers blamed the weather. Even the weather looked offended. Meanwhile, Akin sat beside the river for 3 whole days. People laughed again. He's staring at water. No wonder they call him foolish. Unknown to them, he was studying the current. He counted how long floating sticks took to cross. He measured river width with ropes. He marked strong ground. He tested different woods. He even observed where goats naturally crossed. Old hunters became curious. What exactly are you doing? Akin smiled. I'm trying to understand the river before fighting it. Construction started. Everything fit. No wasted wood. No confusion. Workers finished early. The bridge stood strong. Children danced across it. Women carried firewood without fear. The king crossed it personally. Not even a single plank shook. The king whispered. Perhaps wisdom is quieter than intelligence. The annual honey festival approached. The biggest honeycomb in the forest promised enormous wealth. Everyone wanted it. Sadeeq laughed. I've climbed hundreds of trees. He carried only 1 basket. Nothing else. Akin packed. A ladder. Smoke pots. Extra ropes. A knife. Water. Cloth. Herbs for bee stings. 2 assistants. Extra baskets. People laughed so hard one woman nearly dropped her tomatoes. Are you harvesting honey? Or relocating permanently? Sadeeq climbed first. He reached the hive. Suddenly, thousands of angry bees attacked. He screamed louder than village women during pepper grinding. He jumped. Missed the branch. Fell into mud. Dropped the basket. Ran blindly. Straight into a thorn bush. Then into a shallow pond. Then into a goat pen. The goats, frightened by his shouting, chased him all the way back to the village. For 3 days, children imitated his running style. Even old women laughed whenever they saw bees. Akin arrived calmly. Smoke first. Wait. Observe. More smoke. Wait again. The bees moved peacefully. He harvested carefully. Filled every basket. Returned smiling. Without a single sting. An elder announced. The difference wasn't intelligence. It was preparation. Years passed. The aging king searched for someone to oversee the kingdom's future. He invited both men. On the table lay a sealed scroll. The king smiled. Inside this scroll is your final assignment. Both men opened theirs. The task was identical. Travel to the mysterious Hill of Echoes. Retrieve the sacred bell. Return before the 7th sunrise. Sadeeq laughed. Easy. Without reading the rest of the instructions, he ran off immediately. Akin remained seated. He reread every word. Then again, one sentence caught his attention. The shortest road disappears after heavy rain. He looked outside. Dark clouds gathered. He quietly chose the longer road. Packed extra food. Rain cover. Medicines. Firewood. Blankets. Compass. Rope. Walking stick. Extra sandals. Sadeeq reached the short route. The rain began. The road vanished. He wandered in circles. 3 days passed. Food finished. Water finished. His confidence disappeared before sunset. He returned empty-handed. Meanwhile, Akin's longer road remained safe. He crossed rivers, climbed hills, helped stranded travelers, reached the sacred bell, returned before sunrise on the 6th day. The entire kingdom gathered. The king stood. I have spent years believing intelligence alone builds kingdoms. He looked toward Sadeeq. You have knowledge. Then toward Akin. But you have something greater. He paused. You respect preparation. The king removed his royal staff. He handed it to Akin. From today, you shall oversee every major project in this kingdom. The crowd became silent. The same people who once mocked him now applauded. One old woman whispered, "So, the fool wasn't foolish after all." That evening, the village drummer beat his talking drum across Aiyetoro. People gathered. Children sat in front. Old men leaned on their walking sticks. The drummer smiled and said, "A sharp cutlass left in the house cannot clear a farm. A dull cutlass taken to the farm every morning will harvest food." He pointed toward Akin's house. People laughed because he planned. They laughed while he prepared. They laughed while he asked questions. They laughed while he carried extra rope. But when problems came, only the prepared man kept walking. He then pointed toward Sadeeq. Knowledge is a gift. Planning is a discipline. When the two work together, mountains move. But when intelligence works without preparation, even a small stone becomes a mountain. Life lessons from the story. A brilliant idea is worthless if it is never organized into a workable plan. Preparation often looks unnecessary until an emergency proves it was essential. People may laugh at your careful planning today, but they will admire your results tomorrow. Success usually belongs to those who prepare for obstacles before they appear. Confidence without preparation quickly becomes embarrassment. Plans reduce confusion, save time, and help you stay calm when unexpected problems arise. True wisdom is not knowing everything, it is preparing for what you don't know. Consistency beats raw talent when talent refuses to prepare. Every great achievement begins with a simple, well-thought-out plan. A fool who plans, learns, and keeps improving cannot perform a genius who depends only on natural ability. Moral of the story. A fool with a plan is better off than a genius without one. Intelligence may open the door, but planning is what carries you through it. Talent can impress people for a moment, but preparation builds lasting success. The future does not belong to the smartest person in the room, it belongs to the one who prepares for it.